New Year's tragedy and Japan's reality. The video begins with the events of January 1st, 2024. While the rest of the world was celebrating the arrival of the new year, a devastating 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck the Noto Peninsula in western Japan. This was not just a single tremor. More than 155 smaller and larger earthquakes were recorded within that single day. Waves nearly 1 meter high rose in the sea, and a major tsunami warning was issued. Although dozens of buildings collapsed and thousands of homes lost power, the most striking fact was that the loss of life in Japan was remarkably low compared to what a similar quake might cause in other countries like Turkey or Syria. This raises two critical questions. Why is Japan's geographical location so dangerous, and how does Japan's technology and preparation save it from such massive disasters? Geological analysis, Japan and tectonic plates. The secret to Japan being a danger zone lies in the map of the world. The Earth's outermost layer, the crust, is made up of 16 major tectonic plates. These plates constantly move due to the heat generated from the Earth's core. Japan's greatest challenge. While most countries sit near one or two plate boundaries, Japan is uniquely situated at the meeting point of four major tectonic plates: the Pacific Plate, the Philippine Plate, the Eurasian Plate, and the North American Plate. Japan is part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, an area where 90% of the world's earthquakes occur and 75% of the world's active volcanoes are found. The science of tsunamis and the deep ocean. The maritime boundary near Japan is a subduction zone. In such zones, one tectonic plate slides underneath another, causing massive disturbances in the deep ocean. The Japan Trench. Right next to Japan lies a massive oceanic trench called the Japan Trench, where the sea reaches 8.4 kilometers in depth. The meaning of tsunami originates from the Japanese language. Tsu means harbor and nami means wave. Because Japan's coastline is so close to these deep trenches, tsunami waves have very little distance to travel before hitting the shore, making them exceptionally dangerous. Japanese engineering, earthquake-proof buildings. Japan has turned these threats into a catalyst for creating the most advanced engineering in the world. Every building in Japan must adhere to three strict standards. Taishin, basic standard. This ensures that walls and pillars have a minimum thickness to resist the shaking of an earthquake. Seishin, damping standard, recommended for tall buildings, involves using dampers or thick rubber mats that absorb the energy of the earthquake. Menshin, isolation standard. The most advanced technique. The entire building is isolated from the ground using layers of lead, steel, and rubber. This allows the ground to shake while the building remains stable. The Tokyo Skytree is a prime example of this technology. Tsunami protection measures. Japan did not stop at buildings. It also fortified its coastlines. Seawalls. Approximately 40% of Japan's coastline is protected by massive concrete walls. Tsunami control forests. Thousands of trees are planted along the coasts to act as a natural buffer to reduce the force of the waves. Evacuation towers. Special towers are built in coastal areas so people can immediately reach a high point during a tsunami. Drills and awareness. From children to the elderly, citizens participate in regular disaster drills, ensuring that during a crisis, people act with discipline rather than panic. Lessons from history. The 2011 Tohoku earthquake, 9.0 magnitude. The video references the catastrophic 2011 Tohoku earthquake, which triggered the Fukushima nuclear disaster and resulted in nearly 20,000 deaths. That tragedy forced the Japanese government to make its safety standards even stricter. This is why the 2024 earthquake, despite its high intensity, resulted in significantly less damage. Conclusion: Japan's example to the world. Japan's story proves that while we cannot stop natural disasters, we can minimize the damage through intelligence, technology, and discipline. Japan serves as a global example of how a country can remain one of the safest and most developed nations in the world despite having the most dangerous geography.